Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We are back on the PTS. We're going to be playing Willo today with her new skin. Felt kind of weird saying that for the intro because of how long it's been since Willo's had a skin. It's actually probably been at least a year or two, but yeah, here you go. I did show it a little bit in the overview video when the PTS first came up, but today we're actually going to be playing with it. I actually have quite a mixed opinion on this skin. I've got quite a few things to say about it. I won't front load this video too much. I'll try and spread it out so that it's not just gameplay and then me talking in like two separate sections. I'll try and blend them a little bit and to make it so that the intro to this video isn't like 10 minutes long. But the main thing that I don't like about it is the fact that you unlock it through ranked, and I know a lot of people don't like that as well. It's kind of the most controversial part about the skin. Everyone's really happy with us getting one, similar to me, but then you have to play ranked to get it. Not to say that I or most people think that putting a reward behind ranked is a bad idea, but putting a skin for a character that hasn't had a skin in so goddamn long behind ranked just feels a bit weird. Although the big asterisk on this point, and the thing to keep in mind, is that it might not necessarily be locked behind ranked forever. There are other skins similar to this that I think have been available in other ways, you know, after the fact. So I can't really criticize it too much for that. I know it's quite a controversial point. A lot of people hate that it's locked behind ranked, but keep in mind that, you know, it might not be that way forever. In the future, you might be able to just buy it, or it'll be in a chest or something. We are on the new Siege Stone Keep. We've got a Tyro, we've got a Cass, we've got a Vora, and a 7. We're up against another 7. Feels weird to say that. And then a Nando, Victor, Grok, and Ying. We'll go ahead and grab Blast Flower, and then just the standard setup for Willo. Here's a look at the weapon in hand. It looks glorious, to be honest. Like, just the way it moves with the effect as you're wiggling around is just one hell of a nice touch. I am overall though, and this is kind of my second point that I don't really have in favor of the skin, is that the effects are a little bit underwhelming, and that also comes with an asterisk because the effects are pretty simple and digitized, and I do overall like them. Like the travel effect on your base hit is really quite nice. Gonna start with Death Hands and I guess Nimble now that Cauterize is built in. We've got Burn Monster, Exaction, Unyielding Pressure, Tribunal, Life Exchange, Maelstrom, then Aegis, Tribunal, and Burst Mode. I'm going to need a bit of a warm-up, but I do have a little bit more to criticize about the effects because the splash effect on the Q, and I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, I feel like I have. Yeah, my point is the effect on the Q that actually gets left on the floor after it blows up is the same as the effect on your normal hit. I don't know if it's like that with Willo normally. It might be, in which case this isn't too much of a point against the skin, because if it's like that with Willo by default, they just haven't really, you know, upgraded it. Not really focusing on gameplay too much in this video. I'm going to try and still play well, but not necessarily the focus to try and carry. The other thing that I don't like necessarily about the effects, again, the weapon does look great in hand here, is that the Q is seemingly just a recolored version of the normal thing, which is kind of disappointing because I felt like they could have done something pretty cool with like the digitized seedling sort of thing. I feel like I'm stuttering a ton in this video, but yeah, it's just Willo's a normal seedling with a recolored sort of thing going on. Again, I don't know if I can criticize the skin too much for that because I'm pretty sure Willo's other skins also have it just as a recolored sort of thing. It doesn't massively change, but it does, you know, change how Willo feels with the effects, but I feel like they could have just gone like a little bit of a step upwards to make it feel even more of a fantastic skin. Talking whilst playing is sometimes way more difficult than it should be. I'm gonna have to just try and retreat here. We'll throw a Q. That F did not feel like it carried momentum very well, and now I'm dead. Those really are the two big reasons why I'm a little bit mixed on the skin. The ranked thing is controversial, but also not, you know, huge point because in the future they can just make it available through a different way. But the effects thing I don't really see getting changed, and that's a reason, for me at least, why I'm kind of mixed on it, and that won't really be any different I don't think going forward, because they really aren't going to change the effects after the fact. It's going to be like this and then probably like this forever. But anyway, let's keep this push going. I do like this remodeled version of the map, I'll tell you that much. It's way more fun to play on, and honestly it gives Paladins a very interesting feel. There goes everybody. Well done, team. I cannot talk today. There is the 1-1. It's kind of hard for me to commentate and properly make my points and stuff after I've been recording all day on the PTS at really weird hours because of when it goes up EU time. I'm not really complaining, I'm just saying that's why it's a little bit more scattered than usual whenever I make PTS content. Really, it's quite distracting though, just looking at the weapon as it's kind of having its effect to move around. I'm loving it. We'll just blast through the Grok. We'll throw the Q here, kind of behind the Andrew. I didn't really mean to drop down there. You're also not an Andrew, you're a Fernando. Really do deserve to die here. I don't know how the hell I'm alive, but there goes the Grok. We'll F up, we'll throw. Just realized we don't have a tank or a healer in this one, and we're somehow still kind of winning. Again, just to kind of reiterate a little bit, the skin is fantastic. They've done a fantastic job with it. It's just some elements about it, like it being locked behind ranked, make it feel a little bit weird, and some of the effects not having as much work put into them, like the Q for example, also make it feel a little bit weird when you look at some of the other things about it that are great, like the left click effect, like your F effect, the weapon trail. All of that looks great, and then there's a few elements that don't really kind of line up. The ult also looks fantastic. I'd probably put a little thing in there so you can see it properly. The ult effect is, again, yeah, top notch. It's just a few bits where it falls a little bit short, and that does not necessarily ruin it, but pulls it down a notch or two. I cannot land hits today. There goes the grok. Got a little cheeky Q bounce there. There goes the ying. Nice. I think this might be the 3-1. The trail effect is actually throwing me off because I'm not used to it, so that's something. Throw over a couple long range blasts. I don't feel like I'm doing very much damage in this one, but I guess we'll see with the stats. We'll throw a dead zone. The dead zone effect also is pretty basic, but the trail on it is really nice. Whoever was in charge of the trail effects did a great job. 7 trying to hit you as you're running away with a delay makes it flipping impossible. Is that a proper sentence? I don't know. We killed him and then I died to Victor, who's doing probably the best on their side. What do I buy? Haven? Morale boost? Let's go for morale boost. Why not? Do really like being able to pick up defense more often. Now that Cauterize is built in. Just trying to dodge a Victor nade. He did throw it, but he missed anyway through the Q there. Is that going to put me into combat? No, we're fine. Don't know if I properly finished what I was trying to say, but yeah, being able to buy defense more often on characters that you wouldn't necessarily usually be able to get it on is great. Do have the ult again. Feel like we charged that pretty quick. Trying to get rid of the grok here. He is out. Do I go for the ult here? Yeah, sure, why not? I'm just hoping someone sits on the point, but we don't have a tank or a healer, so it might be kind of tough. Don't know if we're going to get 3-1, just trying to blast him at the spawn, but hey, I think we've actually got it. There is, yeah, the 3-1. Wasn't sure we were going to get that. I kind of wasted the ultimate. Going to grab Kronos and keep it going. I probably should have grabbed like life per kill to heal, but everybody has Cauterize built in now, so you can't really play around the fact that people won't pick up Cauterize if you don't have a healer, because it's always going to just be active through the Q right there at the back. I think Tyra did the same thing. Where am I placing myself? I don't know. That's a, I guess, 7 jumping me. Wasn't really expecting that. Victor ulted. Rip both of them. Do I throw the dead zone down? Throw the little Q, maybe get a little cheeky bounce there. That might give me some good damage. Okay, throw a dead zone here. Finish him off. Maybe he's on nothing. Trying to finish the job or just get rid of the ying. That would be great too. We'll F up. Don't have a healer, so I might as well just constantly be active. We'll throw the dead zone. I'm just trying to pull him off the point, to be honest, because they have the recovery mechanic. We'll jump up a little bit, throw some explosions. Feel like I've had a lot of movement this round. Of course, I'm just dead though. Don't have a chance to heal up, and 3-2. 7 was just hanging on the wall, blasted through me. Fair play. I think I took all my damage from him there. Yep, 2k. Freaking mag dumped. Also, one thing that I do want to point out, because I got it kind of mixed up a little bit earlier, I don't think I made it clear enough. You get the avatar, I'm pretty sure, for playing 100 games. I think you actually have to win 100 to get the skin, which is honestly kind of even worse, because I think a lot of people would maybe be willing to play 100, but that would also encourage, you know, kind of throwing for a skin, and a lot of people wouldn't play at their best. So winning 100 games means that if you see someone with a Willo skin, they've put effort in, which is kind of a cool way to distribute a skin, but at the same time, it's like, you know, people don't want to necessarily win 100 games of ranked in Paladins to unlock a collectible. Dead here any second, just trying to go out and deal as much damage as possible. Kind of worked. Team is still holding on. If we had a healer here, we would be doing significantly better. Don't think I was last pick. If I was, it's kind of my fault. Cassie's gone. We'll throw the Q there, maybe catch somebody off guard. Hello, Fernando. We'll throw the dead zone straight away. Got caught kind of weirdly on the doorway, trying to blast him as I go around. I'm dead though. For some reason my tagline in this is showing as is overclocked when I dealt self-damage, but it's not that. That's a very weird bug. I'm not sure if I've ever encountered that before. Shot in a dead zone on 7 and then we'll jump back up. It was kind of smooth. Playing without a healer really does change everything because I don't have any sort of regen. I'm going to go for the ult again, get the jump momentum, get rid of the Fernando. He shouldn't be able to block. Why can't I go up? What did I bounce off? I got collision on something. That was weird. I literally can't hit behind you because every time I aim, like I lag back to where I was aiming before. We'll F over to the side, get rid of the Vic. No, we won't. We'll die instead. It's going to be 3-3. I feel like I could have totally won this game already if we were on a normal server situation, but team's got it covered anyway. Yeah, defense successful, 3-2. Even if they cap the next one, we are fine. I'm pretty much finished on items. I mean, a little bit of extra Chronos and morale boost is nice. Defans won't even matter. Just double checked and it is win 100 to get the skin, play 100 to get the avatar. So technically it's more like 250 games-ish, depending on how good you are, like 200. You know, could technically be like 150, 120 if you're great. Definitely makes it a little bit more obvious where people were, you know, frustrated about it though. 7 is just chilling up there. We'll throw the dead zone for when he drops down, and he's dead. Although, so is our Tyra. That is a Victor. I don't know what my plan is here. Am I jumping, going on him? Yep, sure. Trying to make my movement a key part here. Kind of worked. I don't know how I'm alive. I should have died. I feel like I'm just delaying it, to be honest. We're healing a bit from being out of combat. We'll get the cheeky little Q bounce there on the edge. It's so satisfying to do. Put myself into combat a little bit earlier than I wanted to. Shot in a dead zone. He's ulting, so he can't actually heal up. And he's dead. Cool. Where's the 7 gone? I don't know. I'm not dead, though, still, somehow. Feel like I should have died 3 times over, but that's a team wipe. We've got it. Well done, team. Shot in a dead zone for the Vic. He should be dead. I'm pushing in here, nearly getting myself killed. We're fine. Our team is somehow still pulling it together. We're going to sit on the point because they're pushing up and hope that we can get this for a ulted the Nando weirdly there. Should be doing something with myself, not just standing here doing nothing. We did get a dismount or two there, I think. A cheeky little jump shot. We'll throw the Q. Do I go for the ult zone? Oh, I guess we do, right? Did get shredded there. Might be dead to the Victor. Through the shot on the dead zone. I'm just going to fly around and go around for like a flank or something and heal up a tiny bit. We'll throw the Q there preemptively. I do see the Ying. We'll dismount her. See if we can finish her off. Pushing in with the F, probably a bad idea, but we'll try and get rid of the Nando. We'll F, get a little bit of ammo gen. I usually would have been able to get a shot out there, but because of the server, I wasn't able to. Def Hand's kind of clutch. I am dead though. Don't know how the hell we won that team fight. There is the victory. Quite a few of them were quite close to the point. They just didn't jump on it. I don't know if they realized it was 3-2 there, but there's the victory. Pretty good Willo game. I played very messy, but it was fine. Ended up with a pretty solid amount of damage. I will say that because of the Hi-Rez change, I've overall noticed people getting more damage than before, which means that I think Hi-Rez is a little bit less effective than it was at one point. It does feel slightly under kind of how much you'd progress Hi-Rez prior to it being implemented into your in-hand, although my experience with it is limited to Siege, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. 7-11-29, a bunch of assists, 100k damage. I'm happy with that. We did get beaten out by the Tyra, but just the Tyra and also the 4 like a tiny bit. Overall, a pretty solid game. I'm going to leave it at that. That was a look at the new Willo skin, Will.o, and a very messy game on the test server. I've kind of shown you the good sides about the skin, the bits that I do like about it, whilst also mixing in the stuff that a lot of people dislike and that I personally don't really mesh with. And again, I do apologize if this video is a little bit more scuffed than usual. Thanks so much for watching though. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all really, really soon. Let me know your thoughts, of course, on the skin. And as always, stay frosty.